All right, here is the fully completed Hornet SMG kit that I printed out, modified for a gel blaster, and mounted it to, this is that brand Hiracapul, which is like Hericapul. And it was a 1911 style pistol blaster, top loader, had the nice extended magazine battery right down here, which is important when you're doing these kits because you can't really access batteries if they're in that other spot. So anyway, I thought I'd try it with that one. This is a little narrower blaster than the Glock style blasters, and I didn't have as much room inside here. But this is also a good performing top loading blaster. So I showed you in the previous video all the different pieces and parts, right? Now, this was one that I printed out in a gray kind of color, but then I did paint it again. I did hit it with some paint just because that's going to help protect it. I used some enamel in this case. When I'm painting the 3D printed parts, I never have any issues with bubbling or anything. It just seems to be on actual blasters that have graphics that I can sometimes run into problems. So went ahead and did kind of that same color. Knew I was going to keep this black, keep the stock black, so there's still going to be some black on accessories. And then you can see I did some orange accessories because I had an orange trigger, orange button. I thought, let's do some orange when it comes to a riser over here and when it comes to some additional rails. So let's take a little closer look. All right, so you can see this is where I cut in for the hopper, right? So I had to measure that out. I had to cut it in. I then used a 3D pen to fill that space and sand it. It's hard to get perfect, but I'm pretty happy with the looks of it. You know, it's all filled in nicely. It's all solid. It's definitely well made because of that. Okay, so that's where obviously your hopper is going to connect. And then for the rest of it, kind of some of the additions I added was obviously I put the riser on here. I added a couple rails, right? Just because I thought it'd be nice to have additional rails. And then I added this rail down here because I thought it'd be good for a grip. Now, this is technically like a little, thumb stop, but I thought it would look nicer to have a full grip here. Okay. And then just put my little logos. Those are 3D printed. And then this is just basically it's just a washer to kind of frame it, to kind of make it look a little nicer, I thought. So did that on both sides, right? And then here is the stock. So the stock, just I printed a buffer tube, which I showed you, and this stock is actually broken, and that's why I kind of used it here, because I wasn't, I didn't want to use one that worked fine or functioned fine, and it can just, it'll stay on as far as you need it, and I just had it pushed in all of the way or most of the way. Because it's still, that's a good sized gun. I don't know that I would need it out any further than this. And I'm about 6 feet tall. So I don't think you'd need to really extend it any further. Overall, it's worked good. It shoots well. Um, did an interior barrel that comes out to about here inside. Okay. So you can kind of see it in there. And just did that because then you can keep everything lined up nicely so that it shoots like it's supposed to. I know I've talked about that on a few other builds where it's best to kind of have that elongated barrel just because it's going to keep things shooting straight, not hitting the sides of the barrel. So pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really nice. Again, it's the Hornet SMG STL kit. It's a free kit available. I think I got it on Thingiverse or Cults 3D, but it was definitely free. And I will try to put that STL, that website link to this STL in there. This one was just really nice how it was already pre-cut in a really nice way, and everything fits together nicely like they make it so that you had to print it in parts, that it still turns out really good. I just added one additional cut right here because that made it a little easier to print. I could have printed that whole piece if I turned it, but I wanted to fit it in, I wanted to do it in less rounds of printing, I should say. So hope you guys like it. Please make sure that you are liking videos, comment when you can. I'll answer any questions that I can. And make sure you're subscribed and telling others to subscribe. Of course, I'm going to give away at least 2 blasters every single month. Eventually, I might give away some of these Carbine kits because now I've got like 4 of them. So, the blaster giveaway coming up for the month of April is going to be focused on Glock style blasters. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have that starting soon, or depending when I post this, it already may have started. So Thanks for the support. Hope you guys like these, and let me know if there's something else you want me to try out.